I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now.
And I think that guy's so unusual.
Yeah.
His style's so unusual, and it's like patient.
Yes.
Yeah.
And makes him a guy that's one of the most complete fighters right now of all time.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis is the scariest boxer today because of his explosive power, speed, and precision. He patiently waits for the right moment and then lands devastating knockouts. His defense, agility, and ability to adjust make him almost impossible to beat. With unmatched confidence and a killer instinct, he dominates his opponents and proves he's the most dangerous fighter in boxing. Teddy Atlas calls him the most complete fighter today, praising his ability to box, punch, and adapt to any style. With elite power, speed, defense, and ring IQ, Tank has everything needed to rule the sport.
He reminds me of the old-time janitors, the superintendents in the big buildings, those big buildings, and they had a big brass key ring about this big with 1,000 keys on it. But every key, they knew that key was for a certain door to get into the building. When he's moving around, I'm saying he's the super with that big key ring, and he's looking for the right key to get in the door.
You're great with the analogies. I love it. I love the analogies.
And he finds the right key.
He does.
He doesn't walk into a room and like, bang, oh my God, I shouldn't open that door. And a lot of guys do. Romero walked into that room. Garcia walked into that room, So he don't. And that's part of what separates him and makes him a guy that's one of the most complete fighters right now of all time.
Joe Rogan praises Gervonta Davis for his patience and precision in the ring, noting that he doesn't rush, but waits for the perfect moment to strike. In the early rounds, Davis throws fewer punches than other top fighters, studying his opponent and looking for an opening. Rogan also talks about Davis' knockout power, calling him probably the greatest fighter right now. Many people compare Davis to Mike Tyson because both have explosive power, relentless aggression, and a killer instinct. Like Tyson in his prime, Davis makes his opponents afraid, knowing that one punch can end the fight at any moment.
I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now. But he's got a tough fight coming up. He's the top dog. There's no doubt about it. He showed that. But Berrios, he's a pretty good fighter. Last time I saw him fight, he was pretty durable.
Davis, a lot of people say he reminds you of them. Does he remind you of yourself?
There we go. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just getting in trouble with the law. Other than that, no.
Roy Jones Jr. believes no one in boxing today can beat Gervonta Davis. He admires how Davis boxes, punches, and follows his game plan perfectly. According to Jones, very few fighters today have the complete package that Davis brings. His mix of power, speed, and skill makes him a rare talent who can adjust to any opponent and get the job done. Davis always comes to his fights in top shape. His hard training helps him keep a high work rate, stay powerful in the later rounds, and remain sharp on defense. His stamina and ability to stay explosive make him one of the most dangerous fighters in boxing.
Like day one in the camp, I start running probably like, it's different times. I might don't feel like running in the morning. I might run at night. It all depends what fits you. Like, I'll run in the morning. If I don't, I'll run at night. Train probably like 2 or 3. If I want to do something again, I train at night or I run, and that'll be it. But when I'm in camp, I really don't go outside. Like, it's hard for me to go outside, so I just be in the gym and home. That's it. Like, I don't go nowhere.
Besides his powerful punches, Davis has amazing speed and agility. His quick footwork helps him move around opponents easily, and his fast hands let him land accurate and powerful combinations.
Frank was on stage. He said, "I'm going to beat Tank's ass." What's your response to that?
A lot of them said that. A lot of them said that, and I want him to have that attitude because, again, I know what's under the hood with him. He's Floyd built tough.
Some people just go away and be...
But you specifically?
Me? First of all, I get a camp house, out here. Like day one in the camp, I start running probably like, it's different times. I might don't feel like running in the morning. I might run at night. You know, it all depends what fits you. Like, I run in the morning. If I don't, I run at night. Train probably like 2 or 3. If I want to do something again, I train at night or I run, and that'll be it. But when I'm in camp, I really don't go outside. Like, it's hard for me to go outside, so I just be in the gym and home.
His ability to explode at any moment makes him unpredictable, keeping opponents guessing his next move.
God damn.
1, 2,
Oscar De La Hoya respects Canelo Alvarez's greatness, but believes Gervonta Davis is now in his prime and could become the face of boxing. With his unbeaten record and rising popularity, Tank is one of the sport's biggest stars. De La Hoya thinks Davis can surpass Canelo in influence and legacy as he keeps dominating in the ring.
2 questions. Who's the face of boxing according to Oscar De La Hoya?
No, look, I mean, Canelo proved filling in 50,000 seats, and he proved that he's the big dog. I mean, Gervonta's right there too. He's like knocking on the door, but it's right there, Gervonta, Canelo, man. But if you take a look at Canelo's last performance, it's like Gervonta's kind of creeping up on him. So, I mean, we have to, speak the truth, man, and say, look, I mean, I think one more fight, I think Gervonta's maybe one more fight away from being the top dog, but it all depends on Canelo, how he looks on his next fight.
And my last question of the day. You mentioned a Gervonta Davis rematch. What would be different in the rematch? I know you said it's going to sell 4 million. I agree with you.
Yeah, but, I mean, and with my expertise, that fight shouldn't take place within.
Some say Davis is even better than Terence Crawford. He mixes up his punches, uses different angles, and lands powerful combinations. Unlike Crawford, who often starts slow, Davis applies pressure when needed and finishes fights with precision. His ability to adapt makes him the most dangerous boxer today.
What I like about Tank is that Tank is a better aggressive fighter than Crawford. He has everything Crawford has. He can box a fighter coming after him, he can go after you, and he can just box you. He got all the things Crawford has. He knocks everybody out just like Crawford. Except for, I think Gervonta's chin is slightly better, and I think Gervonta is aggressive better. And it's funny, because when Terence Crawford goes out there, he's going to beat you athletic. He's going to be like, bam, 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 bam. But there's a certain poise that Gervonta has that I'm like, that is super special. And he has that Floyd Mayweather poise where he can not be doing much, but he's beating you. That poise. I'm like, listen, approaching the fight, Gervonta Tank Davis approaches the fight better than everyone in the world.
Jose Benavidez admires Davis, calling him a great fighter who trains like an animal. He even compares Davis to Mike Tyson, praising his raw power, relentless work ethic, and ability to intimidate opponents before the fight even starts.
Gervonta Tank Davis, champion 130, 135. Mario Vargas, the champion 140. You know Mario, San Antonio, tall, 25-0, 17 knockouts. Tank 24-0, 23 knockouts. What do you think?
Man, Tank, man, is a great fighter, man. When he trains, he's an animal. He's fucking beast. He's one of my favorite fighters, too. I will have to go with Tank, man. Like I said, if he has a good preparation, he's a monster. He's a little Mike Tyson, man. He's a beast, If he trains. Now, he doesn't train. He doesn't look like when he fought. Yeah, but everybody says that. But when he fought Gamboa, he didn't look that good,
He looked great against me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So no, that's what I'm saying. When he trains, bro, he looks super, man, he looks super good, But hopefully he takes things serious, and I think he'll look spectacular again.
How does your top 5 pound for pound look like in the boxing right now? Who do you have 1 through 5?
Man, that's going to be pound for pound, I would say. I would put Canelo in there pound for pound. Then I would put Terence Crawford second. Then I would probably put, I don't know, a third, man. It's a little bit hard right there, but I would put Earl Spence in there. It's in between Earl Spence and Terence Crawford. So that's 3 right there. I would put maybe 4. I would put Teofimo Lopez, and 5th I don't even know who to put 5th. To be honest,
put Tank. You could put Sarno. You could put your son. You could put.
I would put David pound for pound, number 1.
Benavidez, he's a monster. So tell everybody where to follow you, Jose.
They can follow us at Jose Benavidez Senior, Benavidez Sports, Team Benavidez, and Benavidez 300.
Teddy Atlas has praised Davis for years, saying he always saw his star potential. He believes Davis's mix of skills, intelligence, and knockout power makes him special. Showbiz the Adult calls Davis an all-time great, but says he doesn't have the same mindset as Manny Pacquiao. While Tank has incredible skills and power, he lacks the relentless hunger and warrior spirit that defined Pacquiao's career.
Here's my problem with Tank. My problem with Tank is I wish he had the Duran mindset. I wish he had a Pacquiao mindset. Like, I wish he wanted to be welterweight champion and wanted to, Pacquiao was 5'5", right? I don't think Pacquiao punched harder than Tank, and Tank is definitely slicker than Pacquiao. I just wish he had that mindset to say, I'm gonna conquer 147, I'm gonna conquer 140, Teofimo Lopez, you're next. If he had that mindset, we're talking about all-time great fighter. I think his abilities is all-time, but I'm saying greatness. I just wish he had that mindset.
Joe Rogan admires Davis and enjoys watching his fights because he is different. He points out that Davis is very smart with his movements, never wasting energy.
Tank is one of the most interesting fighters to watch because he's so different. His style is so different. You know, he's so economical. Like, he puts pressure on guys without throwing too many punches, and then starts to figure holes out. And the way he can explode and move in with one shot, my God.
Yeah, he very explosive, and he be cracking them dudes. Hey, he be putting them to sleep.
Just cracking people.
Yeah.
And he has so much confidence in his power.
So, you know, he just, in his mind, he know it's a matter of time before I catch.
Floyd Mayweather has praised Davis, calling him Little P. He sees Tank as a reflection of himself in skill and dominance.
But I must say this, the most exciting fighter that's acting and fighting in boxing right now is Gervonta Tank Davis. When Gervonta Tank Davis go out there and fight, he reminds me of Pretty Boy Floyd. Because Pretty Boy Floyd, you couldn't go get no popcorn. You couldn't go get no soda. You couldn't go get no candy. You don't want to miss nothing.
Oscar De La Hoya calls Tank a beast and says it will be very hard for anyone to beat him. He mentioned that while Lamont Roach is a good fighter, he would have a tough time against Davis.
No, I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that squared circle. It's going to be a tough night for Roach, but you can never count him out. You know, watching him fight up close and personal, he's sneaky good, which means he can catch you at any time. He can land combinations sometimes at will without you even knowing it. You know, he's that sneaky. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But obviously Gervonta Davis has the experience. He has the knowledge. He has that mean streak in him that will take you out with any punch.
Many fans and analysts believe Shakur Stevenson and Vasily Lomachenko are avoiding a fight with Tank Davis. One of Davis's biggest strengths is his versatility. He can fight well both up close and at a distance, making him one of the most unpredictable fighters in boxing. Showbiz the Adult suggested that Davis should move up to the 140 AP weight class for tougher competition. He feels Tank has been criticized for picking easier fights and that moving up would help secure his legacy.
Saying have a fight, yes, but have it at 140. Fighting anyone at 140 would be more exciting than this fight against Lamont Roach. Nothing against Lamont Roach, but I'm telling you, Gervonta Tank Davis fanboys, not the fans, but the fanboys, you're not going to be able to convince people that Lamont Roach is someone to get excited about versus Tank. It's not going to happen. You're going to try to call people casuals or whatever. But really, people who really knows boxing, they know that Gervonta Tank Davis is too much for Lamont Roach, all right? Now, I was saying go up to 140. Fight who, Showbiz? Fight anybody. Just have a fight at 140. And when you see in hindsight that Teofimo Lopez and Devin the American Dream Haney is now negotiating for their fight, you can understand now why I would say something like that. He has a fight at 140, then he takes on the Teofimo Lopez and Devin the American Dream Haney winner.
Davis's defense is often overlooked, but it is key to his success. He uses a high guard, shoulder rolls, and head movement to avoid getting hit cleanly.
Just a small, unknown guy who used to sit at the top of the boxing world a few years ago by the name of Floyd Mayweather. What happens in that fight?
Another relationship gone sour there. Gervonta's had a lot to say about his former promoter. You would say Gervonta was a protege of Floyd, and I like that matchup. I like it a lot. Speaking about how what does Gervonta do when he's got somebody in front of him that can be sharp for 12 rounds? Floyd is the definition of he is on point at all times, and he will not get caught with anything crazy, anything unruly in the corner. It's just not going to happen to Floyd Mayweather. And so with that being said, you got Tank by knockout.
Go watch the full episode now.
Shane Mosley spoke about the tension between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis, comparing it to his own relationship with his son. He said Mayweather overshadowed Davis's chance to shine. As Davis's career grew, his relationship with Mayweather became strained, with public statements and social media posts showing the tension.
How do you feel about Floyd and Tank beefing online?
I see it a little bit. Yeah, you know, I like both guys, so it's like, I know Gervonta has his issues with Floyd, and Floyd has a big ego where he wants to be the man on top, and Gervonta trying to get on top, but it seems like he has to get from under Floyd because Floyd's a big man. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of hard. It kind of reminds me of me and my son. Like I kind of like got myself away and let him do his own thing and let him have his own glory, his own glory, his own life. You know what I'm saying? So me being there all the time will shadow over all this stuff. Sometimes, not intentionally. I'm not doing it intentionally. I'm not trying to be like I don't care about him. I want him to be the best, but me being too close to him all the time takes away a little bit of his shadow, a little bit of his shine.
Davis expressed frustration, accusing Mayweather of trying to control his career instead of truly supporting him. Their fallout happened because of Mayweather's strong influence and Davis's desire for independence.
He was telling me just stay calm. I always like to listen to Floyd when it comes to big stages like this, because he's the only one that been in my shoes and been like in these type of fights. You know what I mean? So I always try to stay close to Floyd when stuff like this happens. You know what I mean? Just to keep me humble and like have me on the right track. You know what I mean? So I always appreciate Floyd for being in my corner, having my back. Always, you know what I mean? So as always, there'll be love for Floyd Mayweather.
All right, that's all for today. What do you think about everything we just uncovered? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I love reading what you all have to say. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more updates like this. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the latest stories. Boxing Glory, signing off. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll catch you in the next one.